Hello, everyone out there. Welcome to SYMbuilt. My name is Ricardo, and today, in the last video, we showed you our mushroom battery. Today, we're going to put a lot of our cards on the table and show you some of the research that we have been doing here at SYMbuilt and what their purposes and how they can be used. Now, to start off, we're going to start off with the first item that's next to me, and that's called the brain. The reason why we call it the brain is because it kind of works similar to the brain. It's an energy storage device that we want to implement for commercial use, so and home use as well. So once you produce energy using solar panel during the day, at night the brain would store everything and be able to give you back some of the energy. And this is the brain right here. It's hooked up to a 12-volt battery and kind of just feeding energy through it. Similar to a capacitor, but only thing is that it's kind of stored a little bit longer. So once we remove the leads from the brain, then we'll be able to have a certain amount of energy in it to use for overnight purposes. And the next item is our transparent battery. We call it Bolt. And this battery is a lot lighter than conventional battery that we know today. We use resources that is abundant, so we don't have to go so much into the earth. And this is it right here. We're going to do a demonstration of it, how it works. And the next thing that we want to talk about is our very light material that we want to use for construction and building homes. The good thing about this is that you can use it to replace wood. You can also use it as a tile, so you don't have to have so many different pieces making. When you're building a house, you could just use this one thing right here to build it. Very light, doesn't weigh much, not heavy. And the next thing we want to talk about is this right here. Now, we haven't given it a name yet because we started to do this research about a month ago. And what it's doing is that it's taking the energy or the heat from the phone once it's being used, and it's absorbing it so the user is not feeling it. We don't only want to use this on phones, we want to use it on charging port as well. Anything that produces heat, we want to put it on so it be able to take the heat away from it so the device or whatever you're using doesn't get too hot. And the next thing that we're working on is this test kit right here. What it is, it's a regular slider you put under a microscope, but what we did is that we went ahead and we put a kind of like gel on it to be able to hold the blood, and then based on all the reaction of the blood once it go on the gel, you can kind of tell what's going overall in someone's body. So this is a test item that we have been working on. And one more thing that we have been working on is this other thing right here. We use this for ATP, one of our research, ATP, and it stands for Adenosine Triphosphate. And what that is, that's basically the currency in your body that give you energy. But what we believe is that we can improve the process by making you hold on to the energy from the food that you eat a lot more, so we don't have to constantly eating based on what's going on with food shortages. A lot of people out there have maybe some form of beverage or something that they say somewhat kind of do that, but we believe that we can improve on it, so that's why we're going for it, because we are all about energy, not just energy for what turn on the lights, but also glucose and the things that you put into your body. So last week we showed you the mushroom battery, and that's more for like commercial use. But this battery right here, the Bolt battery, this is for personal use and for cell phones and for mobility. So we're gonna do a quick demonstration. You want to kind of pay attention to the multimeter, and let me see. 1.2 volt. And very light battery, and resources abundant, so we don't have to go digging into the earth and produce so much. Everything we do, we try to make it as environmental friendly as possible, and I think we have been doing a great job so far. Now, time to demonstrate the brain. We're gonna take off the leads, separate them. We don't want anything to happen. Let's see. It's almost it's almost 1 volt. Now, one thing we didn't mention also on the table is this is the thing that we hear right here. We put that through a beating. We did that a lot of testing with it, and that's for the environment because what it's doing is that we want to put it up so it can take out CO2 out of the atmosphere, sort of like my shirt say. I don't know if you can see it, but energy, CO2, global warming, renewable. This is a process that we do here in house. We made this diagram as well. And there are more pieces that need to be added to this and almost everything that you see on the table. But we just wanted to give you a quick presentation of the research that we're doing here at SYMbuilt. So thank you for joining me. One love.